So most of this stuff is provided by the compiler built-in script that we just recompiled. However, there are some functions that are not enabled by default because they're normally provided by the C library of the system. Okay, dude, this is still too loud. I'm just going to close this. It's distracting at this point. Okay. Yes, generally they're provided by the C library of the system. These functions include memset, memcopy. Okay, okay. Dude, these are the functions that I've heard. This is on the same level to me as Rasengan or Karyo no Hoku or Wingardium Leviosa. This is on the same level to me. Mem copy, dude. Mem compare. Real programming, dude. Real programming. Okay, and these functions include memset, which sets all bytes in memory block to a given value. Sets all bytes in a memory block to a given value. Okay, mem copy, which copies one memory block to another, and it's supposed to be, I think, good. I'm not sure. Mem compare, which compares to memory blocks. All right. While we did not need any of these functions to compile our kernel right now, they will be required soon as we add more code to it. We'll be copying structs around. Okay. Let's see. Since we can't link the C library of the operating system, we need an alternative way to provide these functions to the compiler. One way is to implement our own memset, etc., and apply the no mangle. Sorry, buddy, dude. I'm not the second Hokage yet. Uh, tribute to them to avoid the automatic renaming during compilation. However, this is dangerous since the slightest mistake in the implementation could lead to undefined behavior causes it's of course unsafe. Alright. For example, implementing memco. Okay, we're actually taking an example. Okay. For example, implementing mem copy for for loop may result in an infinite recursion because for loops implicitly call the into iterate method. Yeah, every time we do it, there's a dot next thing. So it could call memcopy again, so it's a good idea to reuse existing well-tested implementation instead. Yeah, there are certain places where you don't become over smart. Alright. Fortunately, the compiler built-in script already contains all this, which is good. We just disabled by default. We just need to enable it. So all this was just for this one line in our in our config, and I'm just going to add it here now. Alright, and our compile still works. Alright, it did include that now. Alright, cool. We include this flag, right, like the build standard flag. This can either be passed on the command line with -z or in the cargo config file. Since we always want this, this makes more sense for us. Fine. Support for the compiler built-in mem feature was only added very recently, so you need a recent Rust nightly for it. Alright, 2020, again, the years were weird as a time. Behind the scenes, this flag enables a mem feature of the compiler built-in script. Okay, that's more rusty. That's my language. Okay. The effect of this is that unsafe no mangle attribute is applied to the mem copy etc implementations in that crate, which makes them available to the linker. Okay. With this change, our kernel has valid implementations for all compiler required functions, so it will continue to compile even if our code gets more complex. Okay. Set a default target. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. But I don't want to do hyphen thing all the time. Cargo toml, set a default target. Alright, and now I can just get rid of this argument here. Alright, perfect. Okay, we're good. We are good. Okay, now how do we print to a screen? We did not have print line. Okay, we're gonna do this. However, our start entry point is currently empty. Fine. We need to output stuff. Oh, wow. Are we done? Dude, are you kidding me? Within 1 hour. Alright. This is probably something extremely rudimentary to a kernel developer. But whatever, dude. Whatever. We're doing it in Rust. Okay. There's this thing called VGA text buffer. What is that? Introduced in 87 by IBM as part of the VGA standard for PS2 computers. It used an IBM PC compatible. Da 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 da. Alright, so we have some box drawing and something and something and something. Hi. Hey. Thank you, dude. Thank you for existing. Go back to this thing right now. Okay, so you're gonna use this thing. It's a special memory area mapped to the VGA hardware that contains the contents displayed on screen. That is so cool. You write to a memory area and it prints stuff to the screen. Of course, kids in the 90s were more into computer science, dude. This is the first thing they probably did. I hate web dev. Okay. I'm getting goosebumps from the inside here. Okay, it normally consists of 25 lines. 25 lines that each contain 80 character cells. Okay. ASCII, dude, ASCII. Each character cell displays an ASCII character with some foreground and background colors. The screen output looks like this. La 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 la. Alright. We will discuss the exact layout of the VGA buffer in the next post. Right now, we'll write a small driver for it for printing hello world. All we need to do is we just need to know that the buffer is located at the address 0xb800. I'm just gonna call it 8000, but it's not. But okay, 0xb8000. Right, and each character cell consists of an ASCII byte and colored byte. Alright, so let's start the implementation now. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna go to main RS. Alright. I'm gonna, oh, what is that? Cool. So, first thing, I need a static variable since it's just a string. Static are in caps, fine. It's a U8 array, so not a vec, a U8 array, and it's basically hello world. I don't want to say hello world, but still, or maybe I should, in respect to the computing history. Alright. Cool. So we have, at least we can write Rust here, which is good. So we have a VGA buffer, which is basically this guy, 0xb8000. We need a mutable it's an unsafe function, so we can do weird shit. Mutable pointer to u8. Okay, what did I miss? Did I miss something? I need to have a loop in the end still. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do now is go from I'm going to do an enumerated iter byte in hello dot iter enumerate. Now I have this thing. Hey, I could just do an into iter and do a map, dude. I don't have to copy the exact code. I'm not going to copy the exact code. That's not fun. Cool. So I have hello dot iter dot map. Alright. This thing is going to take I and byte. Dot collect. What am I collecting it into, though? Alright. Do I not put the brackets? Dude, don't be over smart right now. It's fine. You don't have to fancy stuff. You can just do the loop. So it's I comma and byte in hello.iter.enumerate, and in this loop we are now going to do stuff. So this is unsafe because we are writing by pointer addresses directly, so that makes sense to me. Okay, so we're gonna take the VGA address point, VGA buffer, this guy. It has a function called offset. Okay, I'm gonna give it I as I size. Okay, into 2 because I don't know why is it 2. I think it's 2 because it's the offset length is 2. The character length is 2. Yeah, characters are 2 bytes. So maybe that's why I'm gonna read it still. Okay, and this is gonna be equal to byte. All right, and then I'm gonna do VGA buffer dot. Dude, I don't like this. I don't like this copy pasta behavior. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna understand the code and write without looking. Alright, so what's happening here? So we have this static U8 array, which is a hello world string. Great. We have this OXB8000, which is a U8, which is a pointer to U8, right? And it's a mutable pointer because we want to mutate it, and that's going to be unsafe. That's okay. So we have that. Now we can iterate through the hello bytes. We have the iterator in the bytes. Right. I is 0 in the beginning, and the first byte is H. Cool. Now we are doing two things. We are adding a byte at I into 2, and we are adding a XB. 0xb. What does 0xb stand for? A light sign. Okay, so it has a forward colored thing. Okay. Okay, that sounds fine to me, right? All right, let's do it. Let's do this. Cool. So the first thing is I'm gonna create a mem buffer. Okay, I'm not checking, I'm not looking. Okay, whatever. VGA buffer, right? VGA buffer, which is gonna be dude. Why else? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do star mute u8 equal to 0xb 8000? Okay. So I'll leave this sentence. Alright, so now for I comma a byte reference in hello dot enumerate, I'm going to do two things. This is unsafe. I'm going to write to the VGA buffer dot offset I into 2. I'm going to add byte and sorry, this is equal to byte, right? It expects one argument, so this guy is equal to byte and this guy is equal to 0xb, which is the cyan color. Okay, and the I here is supposed to be I size. It's U size right now, so I do as I size, and here as well I do as I size. Alright, so what next? That's it? Dude, why is panic environment back? Yeah, I mean, if I get the, what is it called? The cow file, right? I'm guessing it's cow. It's a bin, okay. I don't know. Q cow something. I don't even have chemo probably. Dude! Let's target X86 debug. Hey, first of all, let's finally run. Sec fault. I don't think I have key module. It's not blog. Didn't I build the release? Release. Do a release. It's okay, they've done the debug only. Oh, there's no auto completion there, okay. So I have target, x86, debug, boot image. This is my path. Ghosty. Hello, fucking world!